So when you mention like the 18-wheeler, it doesn't mean just because there's an 18-wheeler you're in big trouble, that you get this big settlement. You're looking actually for certain things that demonstrate the negligence, and that's really the difference. Because some people say, well, I got hit by an 18-wheeler, I don't need him, I got this thing covered.
Right.
Right.
The bigger the case, the bigger the need is for an attorney. I mean, I can help on every single case, but those 18-wheeler cases and other things, there are specific laws which govern what the truck driver can do.
Well, like, give me an example of something that the person at home on the couch eating potato chips right now doesn't know that you know, that they go, oh yeah, I got to get Richard.
Right. Well, an example is that the federal driving regulations say that truck drivers are not supposed to drive more than 11 consecutive hours. They keep a log, and the logs, are can be controlled by what the driver puts in there. Drivers typically are paid by the mile, so they're going to try to drive typically as far as they can in as short a time as they can, which means they may be speeding. You can, a lot of times with logs, kind of determine speed even by how quickly do they get to the next destination.
Especially if they're trying to like stay under the 11 hours and they shortchange it, they're setting themselves up for a speeding situation. Well, how'd you get there in 10 hours?
Right. The other thing is there's some new technologies out there which utilize GPS, and 1 out of the 4 largest trucking companies utilize it, where there is no potential user error or user misrepresentation in the logs. The driver doesn't write down anything. Basically, it's going to use GPS to determine how long he drove, how long it took for him to get from point A to point B. That is incredibly useful, and that's something that as a trial attorney during the discovery, we would certainly want to find out if there was that. You want to get the logs, but you also want to see if that was one of the companies that has that new technology. If they have it, then you've got concrete evidence as to what happened.